So me and Thais tomorrow morning are going to be heading out to Illinois. We're going to be out there for about a week, and I'm hoping to do some filming with the Ebike sidecar, mess around with the city car with lithium iron phosphate batteries. But also I'm going to be bringing back a whole load of stuff. And, I've been minimizing a lot of my empire of dirt, as they call it. And last year I sold a bunch of stuff that I had sitting around for years, and there's certain things that I just want to let you guys know that if you are interested in, like for instance, my Hammond organ. I've had a lot of electric organs throughout the years, but I've always wanted a tone wheel organ. I finally found a tone wheel organ right when I was building the workshop. I built the workshop around it, actually. It was in every single video. And I just don't know if I'm ever going to bring it out here. I have a 1920s player piano as well. If anybody wants that, please let me know. But if there's anything in Illinois that you would want or be able to give a good life to, let me know, and I can either give it for free or we can work out a deal and you could come over next week and pick it up. But we have the Hammond organ, which that's the hardest thing for me to part with, because it was always such a spectacle in my life. But, I live such a minimalistic life that if I did want to do music, I should probably make my own synthesizer or get like a Korg or a Roland or some like small keyboard, which would be easier and it wouldn't be so big. But we also have a lot of overhead line shaft hardware. So, I'd been saving stuff from the scrapyard. We have a lot of line shaft pulleys, and I even have a sawmill that it's designed to have a wooden frame, I believe, but I saved it from the scrapyard, and I might be able to bring that stuff out here years and years from now. I'm more worried about stuff that might get damaged in the workshop because it's already survived several tornadoes, and I haven't put any sealant on the roof in like 4 years. I'm a little bit worried about, vintage computers. That workshop is full of vintage computers. I have so many vintage computers like Windows 3.1, Windows 98, DOS, that I found them on the side of the road. I plan to do a video of, but I just put them into the shelving in there. And at the very least, I viewed it as saving computers for the future. Hell, I have stuff with like Voodoo 3000s in them and stuff, like really cool computers, and Dell XPSs and stuff. And I have a lot of Macintoshes. I think I want to keep them, but if there's anything that you really want, let me know. And the worst I can say is no. Most of this trip is going to be a tool run. More stuff is, I have the 1920s player piano, but I also have just a boatload of a bunch of like 1890s and 1909 lumber that, again, I kind of worry that's going to get damaged out there. And if somebody has a project to use a bunch of really old lumber and really beautiful old heartwood, please let me know and we can meet up next week and I could give you some, sell you some, hard to say. Then, oh yeah, I have a 1950s Keen Cut lawnmower, real funky looking thing. Got it in a barn years and years ago, and it's pretty rusted, but it might be a fun project for somebody. It doesn't have a normal wheel placement. Like the wheels are like all kind of skewed and triangular in their placement. So yeah, we're gonna be going. I'll probably be doing more videos with Thais of just single upload daily videos. And then we'll have a couple of videos that, I'll probably make like an unedited daily video, but then also film a video on the side. For instance, we have a 52 volt lithium iron phosphate battery that we're bringing out there, and I hope to put that into the cargo e-bike and see how that handles. And I'm also bringing a 100 amp hour, 12 volt lithium iron phosphate battery that I'm hoping to put into the city car just to see what happens. And I'm gonna bring out, since I've been doing so many reviews of lithium iron phosphate batteries, I'm going to bring out some of the boxes for the batteries, which are nice durable boxes. And I'm gonna be mailing a lot of my library out here because media mail is pretty cheap. And I'd rather be putting things like my Milwaukee drill press and my bandsaw into the back of our car. We even removed the back seats for the car. So we're really gearing up to take a lot of stuff. But, you know, I'll ship the books. Not the important books, but I have rows and rows of books that are nice to haves, but they're not irreplaceable. And, I mean, they're probably irreplaceable, but for me, they're not super important at the moment. And then we'll be filling the car with game consoles, tools, and most of all, we're going to put in a few broken tools, because if I really want to get, like, if I really want to start a hardware store, well, I want it to also be like a repair business. And I have a huge, like, 40-gallon tub full of tools that I kept buying at the scrapyard. And I think it'd be nice to take that out and take a few of those tools and then restore them, so I can have, like, I could even have like a display of restored tools to sell. That'd be pretty cool. And so yeah, it's stressful to go on a road trip. We're going to be enjoying it. I don't know how much I'll film. It'll probably be one of those things where we start driving and then I'm like, oh, well, I'm kind of getting a little nervous, so I'll start filming, because sometimes that can bring focus. And because 16-hour drive is tormentuous. And I'm going to check out how the 1925 house is doing. Going to check out how the workshop is doing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update. And I hope you look forward to us having a plethora of videos every day. Just our random shenanigans. Because, hey guys, did we do 3 videos a day last time?
I can't remember.
Because it was just these unedited ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't have to edit it, well, it's way easier.
Exactly.
Yeah. Way easier. Yeah, so this is just my list of stuff that I should part with. Because once I've already decided to get rid of the Hammond organ, the rest is easy compared to that. Now, if nobody wants the 1920s player piano, I'm going to take it apart this next week. I'm going to destroy that piano. I'm going to keep the mechanism that reads the tape, and I'm going to keep the wood, but the metal might get scrapped because it's in the storage unit and it weighs like 600 pounds or 500 pounds. And there's a lot of stuff that I would love to keep. One thing that I am definitely never getting rid of is my very first arcade machine. Last year I had to sell all my arcade machines, but my very first arcade machine, it's the best arcade machine I'm ever going to own. It's Race Driving, the sequel to Hard Driving, the first 3D racing game ever. I can't get rid of that. I've always wanted it in my home, and I've never been able to have it because it's so tall. It's like 7 feet tall, and it weighs 482 pounds, if I remember right. So I've decided the only way we're going to get it across the country is if I break it, if I take it apart. And we're probably going to bring like the CRT and the controls and the main board over first. And maybe I'll even reproduce the wooden cabinet. It's just such a big arcade machine. We wouldn't even be able to fit it into our apartment because of the weird twisty hallway to get to our apartment. So at the very least, I would have to disassemble it. And to be honest, they made it a little bit too big because they had to build it in a way that the users, kids and stuff, wouldn't be able to knock it over and kill themselves with it. But I don't need it to be 480 some pounds, so I could build it out of thinner wood, and I could also make it to where it's not a compact cabinet. I could have it to where the screen is closer or something like that. But I would like to keep it as the same compact size, because the CRT is up on the top. That's why it's taller. Everything has to be thicker to bring the center of mass down. And then you have a big mirror that reflects the light. Actually, the other way. But that's the one thing. I will never foreseeably get rid of that race driving arcade machine, because I want to. I would probably play it at least once a week if I actually finally had it. I've wanted that thing in my life for like 15 years. It's always been in storage, and it's one of those things that's like, I am not giving that up. Something I bought whenever I was like 14, and I didn't get rid of it. I kept it, but I never got to enjoy it. And so it's like whenever people finally buy that Lego set they always wanted when they were a kid, but now they're an adult. But I don't have to, because I already have it. I paid $50 for it, never have to pay that $50 again. But everything else, I'm probably gonna, yeah, if you want to go back through my old videos and look at the barn updates or the workshop updates and stuff like that, look around and see if there's anything that you guys would like to own or give the next chapter of life to. And we can see about meeting up. You can send me an email or something like that. Well, that's pretty much it. We're gonna keep taking it easy, and then we're gonna be heading out around 4 a.m., something like that. It's gonna be a long drive.